get you a man who can do both. You know, there's nothing wrong with going to a jewelry store and buying, you know, a beautiful piece of jewelry for, you know, the person that you're in love with. It's amazing. But gifts like this, the one that he just presented her, are just even more special because it took time to sit and collect all of those images and do that. You know, there's a deeper thought process to go into something like that. So for all of the people who have just been so hard on them, I hope you guys now see what she saw and why she chose Brian. Oh, Brian, thank you for putting a smile on Rachel's face. What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vinatainment News. Most of you are aware that Brian and Rachel celebrated her birthday in Philly. So those videos and these images I'm going to show, of course, it's going to make sense that because that's where they were. Brian posted this image right here, and the message is very powerful and inspirational. If you are not aware about the backstory of such a classic movie, well, now you know. I'm going to go ahead and be quiet for a few seconds and let you guys read the caption. So basically, in a nutshell, believe in yourself and work hard. I always say that you have to take action for God to have a reaction. So as long as you're getting up every day and doing your part, the universe and life will repay you. So, you know, that was a very beautiful message that Brian added on there. He also went ahead and posted this picture right here, getting his modeling on. And so I'm going to go ahead and visit Rachel's page to see what she's been up to on her page. All right, so she went ahead and posted this beautiful image from her birthday, and she captioned the picture, "Thanks for all the big day wishes. This past year has been absolutely amazing, and I have been blessed beyond measure. I am grateful for everything that 32 has brought me, and I know that 33 will be just as great." So she's a beautiful couple. And Rachel is back at Steve Harvey, so you know, congratulations, very happy for her. She posted these images right here, and her caption, "Lights, camera, action, catch me back on at Steve Harvey show tomorrow." With, you know, basically this is after the show. She posted this 2 days ago, so the show is already over with. On that, just go ahead and type in, you know, Steve Harvey on YouTube and go to his page, and you can watch the most recent segments. Rachel did say in one of the segments that by next year she's ready to be a mom, so they're not playing. Yeah, she was like, well, there you go, Steve, I just gave you an exclusive. I can't put that video in here for obvious reasons, it's copyrighted to Steve Harvey, but yeah, she said she's ready to be a mom and she wants to be a mom by next year. So the wedding is absolutely on this year, with or without ABC, and we're just waiting and we should see, man. But congratulations in advance. But she was very serious about that. If you want to watch the entire segment and what they talk about, go ahead and just go to Steve Harvey YouTube page, because you know what most of these shows do now, they don't post the entire episode or the entire segments. They break it up into pieces, you know, pieces. They'll put 60 seconds here, and yeah, so I'm not trying to put all of those links below. Just go and type in Steve Harvey. It's going to take you directly to the page of his show. Click on videos, and it's going to pull up all of the most recent videos, and you can watch the clips from there. So as far as their social media pages goes, that's what, you know, Brian and Rachel have been up to. So congratulations. He was on the doctors, you know, last week. She's back on Steve Harvey this week, and you know, they're still doing their thing. So I'm very proud of them. You know, I'm on the Daily Mail website to avoid the whole copyright situation. I'm not going to post these pictures in this video. However, I'm just going to do a screen record and from Daily Mail website so you guys can see. They just look stunning. So this was during Rachel's birthday celebration, and I'm just here for the picture because all of the little article you see over there, they're just explaining the same thing over and over again, how they met and how they're going strong and all of that. So I'm just here for the pictures. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, Rachel, come through now. Aww. Look at Rachel's legs. Okay, girl. This is so beautiful. The way she looks at him, the way he looks at her. Aww. These two. And the picture I just show you guys on her Instagram page, from her Instagram page. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Oh, I'm so happy for them. Of course, go ahead. And that's about it. These images were very beautiful, and I'm just happy that Brian and Rachel are still going strong. They're planning on starting the family very soon, and so we are definitely looking forward to the wedding. Now, what Rachel said recently with Us Weekly is something that I said. I don't know why some people were going back and forth with me. Like, there were some people that were like, if the whole situation with Ari didn't happen, Cian was going to be the next Bachelorette. I'm like, on what earth? You know what I'm saying? A franchise that took 13 seasons, okay, to get the very first African American Bachelorette, and a franchise that just closed their 22nd season with a white Bachelor. You honestly think they will put another black woman up there before they put a black man? If anything, they will have a black Bachelor first. It's not going to be that back-to-back. Rachel is still recovering from all of the racism. And secondly, I understand you guys felt like Cian is beautiful, and she reminded, some of you of Rachel because of her qualities and all of that. But Cian talked about, not experiencing love and her reservations and all of that in the love department. So there's no way she was ready. That's why I was surprised that she reacted the way she did when Ari let her go. It's like, but like she said, she didn't grow up seeing representation of, black women and love and all of that. And I get it. So she needs a lot of healing in that department, and then once she gets that, then of course she can look forward to forever. But yeah, it was never going to be her. So seeing this article and Rachel, basically Us Weekly, the title, Rachel Lindsay, I don't think Bachelor Nation is ready for another black lead. I mean, there's no shocker there. I said that in all of the other episodes and my review of the last season of The Bachelor that just ended. But let's go ahead and read this article. Speaking her mind, former Bachelorette Rachel Lindsay may have broken barriers when she became the first African American lead on the show in 2017, but she's not sure Bachelor Nation will be seeing another female of color anytime soon. She quote, I don't think, or I quote from the webpage, I don't think Bachelor Nation is ready for diversity of a lead. An African-American lead, the Dallas-based lawyer who was celebrating her 33rd birthday with her fiancé at the Sugar House Casino in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, told Us Weekly about where she believes the hit ABC show stands in terms of racial diversity. I think there will be an African American man before there will be another woman. Okay, Rachel, exactly what I said. This is my first time reading this article, guys. Her fiancé, Brian Apostolo, whom she met and got engaged to in season 13, agrees. I think there definitely needs to be more diversity on the show. Apostolo 38 told us whether America is ready for it, that's yet to be seen. All right. She's so cute in these pictures. Lindsay charmed in. It's not America, it's Bachelor Nation. Of course, because you'll be surprised. Bachelor Nation is very powerful, but there's still a lot of people that be like, what? Who? What show is that? All right. I don't think that there would have been 2 black bachelorettes in a row. I mean, it's really common sense. That's why I was surprised that people were saying, Cian, come on, man. Not a show like that. 13 seasons and 22 seasons, and you think they're gonna... Okay, let me just keep reading. She continued, oh, I didn't even look at the article when I said that. But there goes CN. She continued noting that CN Fleming from Ari season would have been great as Bachelorette. I just don't think the nation, look at the ratings from the season. Lindsay added that her ratings were significantly low than JoJo's the season prior. That's why I was so not shocked, but I just had this look of really on my face when the idiot sat there on the podcast and thought that it was funny as a black man to talk down to on the very first African American Bachelorette and to clown and laugh at her ratings. In the same interview, he was discussing race, and you know what? I was just like, I wish they had a segment where people could call in and just remind him, that it's because she was black, right? America is still racist, right? The conversation you're having right now in this podcast have everything to do with racism, right? Okay, so why do you think it's funny to laugh at her ratings? I could never understand that. You supposed to be out here, you know what? She let me go. Situations happen on the show beyond her control. I get it, but she was the first. I'm going to, support her or uplift her. But every interview and every chance he gets, he was and that's the thing I be talking about in some of my other videos that have nothing to do with Bachelor Nation. We want to march and we want to get upset when other people try us. I'm talking to black people, yes, try us, but we be our worst enemy sometimes. We be the number one haters to each other at times, and it's it starts at home. Lead by example. You want them to respect us, but you don't respect us, and that is so true. It had nothing to do with anything but because of the color of her skin. No one can say it's because she chose Brian. She chose Brian at the end. So you can't turn around and say it's because people wanted her to choose Peter and felt no. The ratings were low through her entire season. That means if you watch because you thought she was in love with the other guy and she was going to choose him, then that means you watched the entire season until the end, and then you got upset because she didn't choose the person that you chose for her, forgetting that she was on the show to choose someone for her, not to choose someone for America. You know what I'm saying? So it was low because she was black. I said that. I've been saying that. So I'm glad that Rachel is also saying that. Though Lindsay says she didn't personally face racial backlash on social media, yes, she did. Her fiance noted he definitely saw it. Rachel's just being nice right now. Girl, please. I love you, Rachel, but come on now. Come on. Come on, big girl. You saw those racist people on your page. I know she's trying to move past it, but to say she didn't see the backlash, yeah, that's not true. That's not true at all. There was a lot of backlash in terms of race for her, and I think she handled herself with such grace and elegance and pride. Absolute gush of his fiance. I think she represented the African American community beautifully. Yes, she did. She sure did. Meanwhile, the reality TV couple is focused on their future together off screen. You know what? I'm not mad though. I'm not mad because most of the time, the representation of African American women on TV is not that great. So for whatever, no judgment here. But to choose a woman that, come from a two-parent home, both mom and dad are still together, still married. Dad is a judge. She's an attorney, don't have any kids, never been married, waiting for a husband to start a family in her 30s. And then here come Brian. His parents are still together, you know what I'm saying, still married. And he too, ready to start his family. Yeah, it don't happen like that often. And so Rachel represented us very well, very well. And regardless if another Bachelorette story was different, there would have still been someone out there that would have, relate to her. They had a bachelorette, the girl Emily, who had a daughter and she wasn't married, and her fiance got killed in was it a plane crash or something like that? Yeah, so my thing is, it doesn't matter your walk of life, you will still have fans and people to support you. I'm just saying for Rachel, you know, I'm glad it was her, because normally the representation we see are people yelling, screaming, jumping on tables and trying to beat up each other, and so I'm glad that Rachel was the chosen one. But overall, I'm just happy that Brian and Rachel are still together. They're doing well, and you know, I'm wishing them nothing but the best. All right, my final loves, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a wonderful day, guys. God bless.